This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Lady. We ain't giving up nothing today.
The first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Keep tight end, keep tight end. 3 down.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Lady. 7, Mike 57. Wildville.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
I'm going to run you over.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A run here with Lynch. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
57, come on. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Slam, slam, slam.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Green808. Got one.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Check 3, check 3.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, alert! Watch the ship. Check. Wall.
first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Switch. Kill. He's coming. Double up. Alert. Check out.
To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And shedding through the tackle. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Homer. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Going on the ground with Homer. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Say. I got you.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Switch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Slam.
A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Mayfield lost the football. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Mayfield, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Let's go.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Set, 180. Check, 54. Regular. Coming for your son. I'm coming for your son. Check safety. Hey, check 25.
Now Chubb. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Here's Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
King. Check out. Up. Press down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Point it right. Check out. Check 15. Switch. Hey, alert 33.
They go play action. Mayfield looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
A quick sidestep here, CD. The NFL doing something kind of neat for its 100th season, which wraps up with Super Bowl 54. They're inducting a 20-man class, a centennial class, into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. Now, a number of modern-day candidates won't be announced until the night before the Super Bowl, but 15 have already been announced, and it's a pretty good list so far. Guys like Harold Carmichael, Bobby Dillon, Alex Karras, Donnie Shell, Duke Slater, a number of others in there as well, CD.
Yeah, you're right about that. And what this does is they hope it helps ease the backlog of some of the great candidates that are out there. You know, a Max Speedy and Ed Sprinkle people may have forgotten about, but they were tremendous during their time frame. And we did get to see, if you're watching television, coaches Bill.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 85 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield now trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And some room to run now. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson rolling to his right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Lynch, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
No. Hey, switch gears.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft this one deep left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it. Landry, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. From the gun, it's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
King. Go.
Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sione Takitaki. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On second down, Lynch. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 48 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody don't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
A first down throw from Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Wilson going to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Metcalf once again the target. And now it's second down. To throw is Wilson. He'll throw again, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Wilson, flush to his right. It's caught, Lockett. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. Here's Wilson being chased out left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is shield. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check, 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 check. 36, 36.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 61 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. They find some open field here. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Corey Littleton gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Alert, 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 alert.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
180. Alert, 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 alert. He's coming, he's coming. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check it back, check it back.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Five. Check.
Mayfield. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Corey Littleton picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
We're good.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now gone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw, and this is incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
That's it. Big hit.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now you won. It's a safety creek.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's got room. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
You're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and 11 now. Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield now from the 50. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Zoo. 51's the mic, boy. 51. So we got man.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Goff now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Again they run with Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check 52. Check. A bomb.
third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to go for it. It's gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Fuck we go. 180. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. 12.
Out of the gun. Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. That's good for 28 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a first down throw. Gone. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And it's 2nd down.
We go tonight. 180. You ain't got nothing. Hey, 5.
Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Check out Reed.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Woolwood. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
Keep playing hard.
And some room to maneuver. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Saints nothing. Austin Seibert to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready?
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Everyone got four. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Over.
At the 23-yard line.
Mike, 50 seconds. 11. Let's go.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Toss play, Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, it's Breeze. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. He's checking. Check 24.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Hey, switch gears.
I got it.
First down, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 40 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Browns 14, Saints nothing. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. You ready?
53.
53.
Hey, let's get this. Let's go. Hey, we got 3.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, hey, CD, we talked about some of the guys that were going into the Hall of Fame, the 15 that we already know. But of the more modern-day players that are finalists, who do you think's going to get in?
21.
That is really, really difficult. I'm glad you asked because it gives us a chance to kick it around just a little bit. Tony Baselli, the left.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Thomas, the intended target. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Regular.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Burris.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Browns drive about to get started.
61, match box.
They begin this drive with Chubb. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now Hunt, and an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 52 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And some room to work. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup there on 3rd and 10.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Run. Kill. Alert.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Point it right. You better be afraid of me.
Watch the eye. Check 4. Out.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Hey, Wood.
Check. Lucky. Check. 36.
Regular. Like that.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Time to take a moment here, revisit this year's Pro Bowl. Played just a few exits down I-4 from the Madden home office, actually. But John Harbaugh of the Ravens, Pete Carroll of the Seattle, they were the coaches, and it was Harbaugh's AFC team who came away with a victory. Their 4th win in a row for the AFC.
4 in a row.
How about
AFC.
All 4 of those wins coming in Orlando. But, of course, Charles, it was a tough day in the sports world where the passing of Kobe Bryant was on everyone's mind. It kind of put a cloud over everything on Sunday.
It certainly did, and the way that news spreads nowadays, the game had really started before the news was official, and it kind of broke during the game, and obviously it spread to both sidelines, and a number of guys would know Kobe, but if they didn't know him, the respect factor across all sports for the superstars and the greats of every game and every sport, you kind of saw it as that game played out.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line.
Hey, orbit. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze going to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Hit. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Hey, watch.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
54. Mike, 54.
Bravo. Okay.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1 yard line.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
On the return, Harris. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, 57 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
He's not going to get me.
Hey, alert!
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down, and the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Hey, Delta.
On first down, Hill. And his throw here's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Easy, opposite. 53's the mark. 53, check 53.
Breeze will try again on second down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Ready?
5-8.
Watch the run.
Again, it's Breeze. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down. To throw again on second down. Breeze, the quick slant caught. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith taking it in. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now, Breeze again.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Check, check, check. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Hey, alert 33. My touch.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Hey, tight.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Seibert on for the PAT. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Breeze now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mack Wilson. The Browns drive about to get started. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
First down, Browns.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections. And he did. Showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness. It's the moxie that he exhibits. And his teammates just feed off of.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff that acts like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes. They know it's real. Yeah, been this way. Right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing got the testing. I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me. I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro. For your post, to pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming.